The ERAD Equinox is a nuclear variant of the ERAD that was added in the days of summer drops, but I believe it has also been added to normal drops, and it's a very good variant. It has the nuclear perk, obviously, and it also has reduced hip spread while jumping. That's something that really doesn't take effect for me. The reason to use this gun is really just because it's an ERAD that can get nukes, and the ERAD is a very good submachine gun, probably second best or best in this game, depending on how you look at it. In this gameplay, I'm using silencer, quick draw, and grip. I usually don't use grip on the ERAD, but because I just want to not worry about recoil while going for a nuke, I want to make it as easy as possible for myself. I just put the grip on, and it works very well. It has very minimal recoil as it is, so putting grip on there just makes it even more accurate. My perks are Ghost, Blind Eye, Scavenger, and Gung Ho. Gung Ho I like to use with pretty much every SMG that's good up close, just because it allows you to slide in and get close range kills that you might not otherwise. It just makes it awkward for the person you're playing against. Ghost and Scavenger are pretty self-explanatory, and then Blind Eye, when going for a nuke with certain guns that don't need like a lot of attachments, like this gun doesn't really need a lot of attachments, I can put on Blind Eye, and that allows me to not worry about certain things. In this gameplay, the enemy has a vulture and there's a micro turret that I may have died to those two things, but I don't even have to worry about them because I have Blind Eye, so it just takes those things out of the things I have to care about, and I can just play the game the way I want to play. For my rig, I'm using the Merc with Man-at-Arms and Reactive Armor. Reactive Armor is pretty self-explanatory and can get you out of a bad situation, but the reason I'm using Man-at-Arms and Scavenger, it might seem kind of odd because they both give you ammo, but I run out of ammo so much in this game. Like, I don't know what it is with me and the Scavenger bags, but I just suck at picking up Scavenger bags in this game. That really hasn't been an issue with me in previous cuts, but even in this gameplay, I have Reactive Armor and Man-at-Arms and Scavenger, and I still managed to run out of ammo and only have 6 bullets to get my last kill. Luckily, I do end up getting the kill, but it would have been way worse if I didn't have Man-at-Arms in this game, so I'm happy I picked that loadout even though it seems kind of strange. Silencer will lower the ERAD's 4-hit range from 11.6 meters to 8.7 meters, and that does kind of suck because the 4-hit range is where the ERAD really dominates. But losing range on the ERAD is less detrimental than the previous weapon in the nuclear variants, the Trencher. Losing range on the Trencher really sucks because that's its strong suit, and it has low fire rate, but the ERAD actually still has a very good fire rate at 810 RPM, so losing out a bit of range is worth it to me to stay off the minimap. Now finally getting into the gameplay here, I don't think anything I do in this gameplay is particularly special. Like, nothing I do is just because I have insane aim or reaction time. It's really just because I set up fights well for myself. Like, I'm often flanking, or I often have a piece of cover in between me and the enemy because I know where they're coming from. If you stack the odds of the gunfight in your favor by shooting people in the back or having good cover, and you also have a gun that's really good, like the ERAD, you just have so much going for you in that fight that you're it's very unlikely that you would lose it unless you just get bullshitted or someone is like exceptionally better than you. But with this gameplay, nothing I'm doing is special. Like I said, I'm just flanking and shooting people in the back, or I have good cover because I know where the fight is coming from. And that's like how you want to play. This might like not work out well if you're like really stressed out when you're trying to get a nuke. Like if you're really like on edge thinking about like how many kills you need and like how far away you are, you might not be able to make good decisions because you're going to be more worried about the stress that comes from going for a nuke. Like, you have to play calm. I think it's best just to not even worry about getting 25 kills, just worry about the kill that you're going to get next and how you're going to set up your fight and what you need to do right now and what cover pieces next to you that you could take advantage of. If you're worried about, okay, I'm 15 kills away, I'm 14 kills away, you're just like worried. It's just, you're putting mental power on something that doesn't matter. Knowing how many kills you are away from the nuke helps you in no way. You still want to play safe and you just want to play consistent and smart. And I feel like if you're worried about how many kills you are away, how close you are, you're more likely to make bad decisions. You'll see many times in this gameplay I just back away from fights that aren't likely to go my way because it's unlikely to go my way, so there's no reason for me to take part in it. If you were worried about getting close or like how many kills like if you only needed 5 kills and there's 3 people in front of you, I feel like you're more likely to challenge, even though it's a bad situation, if you're just not worried about that at all and you're just worried about making good decisions in the moment. So focus on in the moment, don't worry about the big picture, just think about what you're going to do next and how that's going to help you stay alive and get kills. That's one of the biggest components of getting a nuke, in my opinion, is playing calm under pressure, because if you're under pressure, you're more likely to make bad decisions, and you have to make really good decisions consistently if you want to get a nuke easily. Obviously, you could make bad decisions and get it if the players are very bad, but if you want to get the most ideal way to get a nuke would be to make smart decisions consistently, and you're only going to do that if you're worried about the small picture, not the big picture. Worry about staying alive and getting the kills, how you're going to respond to that fight, what you need to be doing right now, rather than, oh, I'm 10 kills away, I need to do this. The fact that you're 10 kills away should have no bearing on how you play, because it doesn't matter. Unless the game is like close to ending, in that case it kind of makes sense because you have to be more aggressive to get it anyway, and I made a previous video about that. on the HVR or the Vector or the Karma, I believe. It was one of those two where I got very aggressive towards the end because I was running out of time. But in general, you just want to not worry about that, focus on the small picture, and make good decisions consistently. Like I said before, the E-Red is a very good gun, so if you make good decisions in combination with the fact that this gun is amazing, you're going to be getting nukes easily and consistently. Like, this is one of the easier guns to get a nuke with just because I really like playing with the E-Red. Same thing could be said of the K-Bar. I really like that weapon, so if I play smart with that weapon that's already very good, it's very easy for me to get a nuke. And you're only going to play smart if you're not worried about the pressure and in the moment, like little things like how many kills away you are. Just worry about the small picture and worry about staying alive and getting your kills. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and please like it if you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, my channel will be linked down in the description, and there's also a playlist of these nuclear variants on my channel and the Directors of Gaming channel. So if there's a particular variant that you're trying to get a nuke with, check if it's in that playlist, and if it's not, just comment it down below on this video or the video on my channel so that I can make a video on it. Thank you.